Good evening, cyber friends. Mitty Man coming back at you from Walker's Music. Got another word for the day. Nightcap edition. Yeah, we just want to give God all the praise and give him all the glory. He deserves all our praise and honor. Giving a shout out to the YouTube fam, Baby Justice, all the way up to Big Papa JT's. Where's Mama JT? Y'all know what time it is. To the entire Harvest Game, Brother LA from Kingdom Knowledge, Elder Michael McCrae, Elect Sister 777, Brother PP Drawing, Brother Hardingtail, Lady D, Sister Kate, Linda and Leonard, everyone, Papa JT, Brother JT, Little Brother Owen Flavor, all make up the whole gang. Just want to say, let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. Doc, Brother JT, I got your message, man, about the hat. So I'm going to try to catch the next thing out of here, trying to come and get my hat. And man, that hat saying something, brother. I tell you, man, I love to see some people can wear hats and some people can't. You know what I mean? Some people can just wear hats. And I just wanted to say that, we give God the praise, man. We ought to be able to have some fun sometime. In other words, Jesus said that he came that we might have life. And not only that we would have life, but we would have it more abundantly. So, therefore, all these religious folk that want to go around all the time with their head in the air or down, with their head bowed down and stuff like that, I don't get into that, man. I'm going to enjoy my life. God didn't told me to do nothing like that. You folk think you crazy going around here walking around with your head down all the time, your hand folded up, and come on now, people. Let's get real. Let's get real now. In other words, relationship. That's what it's all about. Relationship. I was thinking about, and I made reference to some things, and when we was talking about how people do, and the jealousy, that green-eyed monster called jealousy, a lot of envy. People can get jealous of you, and they want to remove you out of your place or your responsibility because of the fact that they feel that you will take away some of their thunder. But nevertheless, I was thinking about Esther, how that when she was the Prince of Persia, the King of Persia rather, and she became the queen because Vashti, she disrespected her husband. And she got herself in bad situations when she disrespected her husband. And she lost the queenship because of that. Esther became the queen. You got to know how to deal with people. You got to know how to deal with people according to knowledge. Not your knowledge, but God's knowledge. Esther came to the kingdom for a time as this, as her uncle Mordecai told her. We know that Haman had conspired to kill all the Jews. God placed Esther in the right spot, in the right position, and she had favor with the king. So by that, she said, if I perish, I perish, but I'm going to see the king. In other words, we all must get that kind of conviction. I had people, man, to tell me a lot of things over the years, and people tell you one thing, do another. That's going to happen. You might as well look for that, brother. And I know, Brother JT, you told me about how hard it was when you try to get people to do what's right. And man, hey, I'm going to get in that same line with you on that, man, because it's the same everywhere you go. You got some people that you can kind of depend on, and you got some people you can't stand. It's like a broke tooth. It's like a broke tooth. You can't depend on it. And so, I decided, like the song that Andre Crouch just made, Let the Church Say Amen, with Marvin Wine and tear it up. I love the way he speaks. And he can incorporate his voice and vocal into a song. Wine and they just talented people anyway. But on Let the Church Say Amen, it's God has spoken. See, that one thing about it, brother. When God has spoken, that's it, man. Everybody else can say whatever they want, but when God speaks, that sells it, brother. You ain't got to believe it. I saw somewhere where they talk about God said it, I believe it, and that sells it. No, you can take yourself out of the equation. It ain't got nothing to do with you. God said it, that sells it. You ain't got to believe it or not, because a lot of people don't believe nothing. A lot of people don't believe Lord greasy, man. You tell them something, and they think that this thing is something like a Burger King relationship, and they have it their way, but it's not like that. It's not like that. And when it comes to talent, you got a lot of talent in the church. A lot of talent. But a lot of times those people that with the talent do not get the chance to do things because these people that have no talent won't get out the way. You know, everybody joined the church. Now, I know when I was coming up, first thing they said, they want to get in the choir. Everybody want to get in the choir. And you used to wonder, why is that? Then as I got older, I understood why. Because that's a place of prominence. It's up high. You up there sitting up high above the pastor. And everybody coming to church going to see you eventually. And it's all about, not everybody now. Not everybody, don't everybody fit the same mold, but I'm just saying, though, the vast majority of people that does things in the church these days is just for shape, form, and fashion. They want to be seen. And it's not about that. It's not about that at all. But whatever my duties is, I mean, man, it don't matter with me. I'm minister music. Man, you might see me taking out trash at the church. I ain't above taking out trash. That minister music, that's a title. That's a title that I try to fulfill every time I go to church. I'm gonna make certain that I can do what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not above taking out trash and anything else that anybody might want me to do. I'm a servant. That's what you are. All of us are servants. And once we become like and be humble like that, you know, it's you got to. I mean, that status don't mean too much. You know, it's good to have people to have respect for you. You know, it's like I tell the choir member, I'm gonna respect y'all and y'all gonna respect me. That much I do require. But now you ain't got to be bowing down to me now, cause I'm nothing. Don't be bowing down to me. But yes, we gonna respect each other. I expect you to do what I ask you to do, and you heard what I said. Ask, cause you can't tell grown folk nothing. You can't tell grown people what to do. You can ask them, but you can't tell people are grown. But you know, like I said, man, I was thinking about Esther, you know, how Haman conspired, and the gallows that he built for Mordecai, he was hung by the same gallows. So, in other words, when people start like scheming against you, don't worry about it. Just be still. God will fight your battle. Just be still. In other words, like Andre Crouch said, let the church say amen. God has spoken. And he said, and one thing I like about it, God got that great sense of humor. Anybody, I challenge anybody, if you think God don't have a good sense of humor, I dare you to read the Bible. In the psalm, it say God laughs at these people that go and conspire against the righteous because he see that they're dead coming. Well, if God laughing, that means he got a sense of humor, ain't it? I'm going to tell you his other sense of humor. A man shall reap what he sowed. That's a great sense of humor. Because, brother, the same thing you do, that's what's going to happen to you. Point blank. Like I say, you don't go out there and plant corn and expect to go and get okra. You don't do it that way. What you plant will grow. That's God's sense of humor. It's like a boomerang. When you throw out a boomerang, it don't come to the person standing next to you. It's come back to you. That's God's sense of humor. So therefore, as we have opportunity, and I say this here and I'm going to end this video, as we have opportunity, let us do good, especially to all men, but especially to those of the household of faith. You can't do too much for the people of the household of faith. But nevertheless, let's treat everybody right. That's what I tell people. You can't treat everybody the same. That's a lie. You cannot treat, and you do not treat everybody the same. That's a lie. But you can treat everybody right. That much you can do. And if anybody want me to explain the reason why I say you don't do everybody the same, I will. But I'm not going to do it in this video. But you do not treat everybody the same. You can't treat everybody right, though. That being said, it's Mitty Man saying whatever you get into, if God is not in it, get out of it. It's Mitty Man saying peace. Good night.